What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. Today it's a short video because the book was short, but we are reviewing Louis L'Amour's The Shadow Riders, my first Western, my first Louis L'Amour book. It was so good. It was a 10 out of 10. It was just, from the get-go, it's fast-paced. From the get-go, you get to know the characters, and they're really cool characters. It's coming off right out the tail end of the Civil War, and you're following a couple, two brothers, one which is a Union soldier and the other a Confederate. I think I might have that wrong. When I first started the book, I was kind of dozing off the first 10 pages. Nothing wrong with the book. I was just really tired. But once I got into it, I finished it in one sitting. That's how good it was. It was such a great little book. But anyways, I might have that wrong about the brothers. But I want to say one of them was a Confederate soldier, which is accurate in that time because a lot of brothers and families faced off on one side or the other. A whole slew of things. Like, they don't teach you half the stuff that really went on in the Civil War on both sides in school. They don't teach you that stuff. There was even a segment in this book that teaches you a little bit of history. I should have saved it. It teaches you a little something about their anyways, we'll talk about it in a minute. So basically, the brothers are leaving the war. One brother finds the other one, and then they find out their family's basically been taken hostage. Their smallest brother or youngest or whatever. One of them, his soon-to-be wife, or he wanted her to be his wife. She thought he was dead. All this stuff, and then and other women. These pillagers from some Confederate soldiers, these pillagers were stealing white women to sell into slavery. And yes, that was a thing. And that's something that the book goes over briefly in the history of, before we had all the slavery stuff in our country. They talk about in this book that, the Slavics or whatever they were, the Romans enslaved them. And those were all Caucasian people. So there's a little bit of history that you don't learn in school. They do not teach you any of that. You don't learn about none of that. So I thought that was unique. I thought that was great. The story itself is really just, there's not much story to it. They find out that these women have been taken by this group of basically bandits or whatever you want to call them, barbarians. They weren't barbarians. They were just outlaws, bandits, up to no good, stealing cattle and stealing women and young girls or teenage girls basically to put into slavery. And that's what they were up to. So your guys, they team up with another family member, and basically they're on their way to save these women and thwart the bad guys. That's what it is. Good guys versus bad guys. But Louis L'Amour is a fantastic storyteller, and the book was not complicated. It was just a smooth story. It flowed so well, and I had a great time with it. This will not be my last Louis L'Amour book, and after probably October, I'm going to try to read one L'Amour book a month, because that's how much fun I had with it. And I mentioned it in a previous video. My uncle, he was working on a Western of his own, so I kind of want to get into that mindset with it. So maybe one day I can finish writing that Western that he wrote and see what happens. See if I could do that. But, I need to read Westerns to get into that mindset. So, and Louis L'Amour seems right up my alley. The books are short. This was 191 pages, I believe. So, it was just a great, quick read. And I had a great time with it. So, that's my plan as soon as I can find the rest of his chapters that he wrote. And that's why I'm reading Westerns now. But they're thoroughly enjoyable regardless. And, I'm assuming his books are probably consistent with the writing. So, the writing was good enough that even though the plot was lacking, it's still a 10-10. It's still a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I had a great time. And look at the awesome cover art. The cover art was by, I don't know if it even said. Let's see. I don't see anything about the cover art by William George. Map, Alan and William McKnight. And there is a nice Texas map in there that I thought was pretty awesome. So, lots of just cool things to go in this book. And, I really loved it. And I already bought another Louis L'Amour book. I put it somewhere. I think I bought Hondo. If my nipple falls out, sorry guys. This shirt is for working out, but I didn't want to change today. Louis L'Amour, no, I bought The Man Called Noon. Okay, I did not buy this one. I bought Hondo, but whatever. And it's another short one. It's 210 pages by the looks of it. So, whatever. I hope this isn't like some book in a series that I need to read. And if it is, I hope it's book one. Because, yeah, I thought I had ordered Hondo. What's this one called? The Man Called Noon. So let's look for it. He has his bibliography is very long. So it's pretty sweet. Well, he's not in the Sackett titles. He has some nonfiction too. I think that's pretty cool. I have seen some L'Amour movies, the Sackett Brothers, and another one. I don't remember what it's called though. But I have seen the Sackett Brothers with Tom Selleck and Sam Elliott, and I freaking love that. I think it was like a TV series that they turned into a movie. So I'm not even seeing. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's just a regular novel. Another amazing piece of cover art. So that's fine. Anyways, next up on the TBR, and I've already read half of it today, and that's Weapons Grade by Ross Sedor. Great review going to be coming for that one. If it stays where it's been halfway through, it's going to be another 10-10. So that's the video today, guys. I got the little dude with me, so I'm going to cut it short today. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And, yeah, I hope he doesn't get that open. And say later, say leave a sub. Later.